It's another edition of Sandusky Speedway Facebook Live. It's the weekly recap of all of last week's action and all the news that you, the fans, need to know. And now for your hosts, here are Doug Dock and the Colonel, Chris Mize. Take it away, guys.
Wow, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has. First off, like always, I want to thank our veterans. Without you guys, we couldn't be doing this kind of stuff. And I want to thank our military serving overseas in their homeland, protecting the freedoms. It is feeding back through, Doug. And I'd like to protect. I'd like to thank our National Guard. You know, up there in Washington,
Providing security for the rich and elite.
Yeah, with a big fence around it. We don't need fences. And all our first responders, police, fire, EMS people, doctors and nurses. We want to thank you guys. So before we get going, I want to just comment on a couple things.
Okay.
Like last night's show that we did, there's a misconception that we don't believe in a coronavirus because we've been very outspoken about it.
Me and you. Yes.
Me and Doug.
Yeah.
Not Sandusky Speedway. Me and Doug. We've never once not believed the coronavirus didn't exist. We knew it existed. We got outspoken about the government handling and the numbers and stuff like that. That's what we're outspoken. We never once thought that it wasn't real.
Right.
We put my brother-in-law to rest yesterday because of coronavirus. So I know it's real, and there's other people that I know have it right now, but
yeah, this is coronavirus right here. And you know what, this is for another day, and we'll talk about it at some point. But boy, I had a call from the health department because they have to do that. But boy, did I put them through the ringer. They won't call me back.
Yeah, they questions need to be asked. Yes, Mike McDonald, I am, as a matter of fact. But
Yeah.
So that's all we're going to say on that. We're not going to go in, we're here tonight. We got some news tonight. We got some information coming out about 2020 Banquet of Champions. We also got some news about another show we've booked in, Doug. So, I mean, you want to go ahead? Let's go ahead and talk about the banquet first.
Well, let's talk about the banquet. Just in case, which is probably more true than not. In case you forgot about our champions, here's our champions. There you go. Congratulations. Let's move on to 2021. No. The Banquet of Champions is now scheduled for March 27th. That's a Saturday. All right. Yep. March 27th. Yes. It'll be at the American Legion Hall on Route 4. You can't miss it.
Now you got to go to the back go down that little hill to the back part of the American Legion's where our hall is, Doug.
So according to Traffic Director Chris Mize, you will pull in and you'll go around the back, right?
Yes.
Can you park in the front?
If you want to walk around to the back.
Okay. So the back is where you're going to do. They believe me, we have plenty of spacing for social distancing. We would have to have pretty much a high miler crowd there it's a huge hall, so we won't have any problems there.
Now, just to touch base on that, Doug, we we had the banquet originally set up in January. Nice facility over in Norwalk, Zeidering Banquet Hall, Zeider Truck and Banquet Hall. The facility only held a little over 100, I believe, was it, Doug, or 150, was it?
Yeah,
Mark
it was
would
real
know.
close to 100.
Yeah. So with everything that was going on at that time, we made the decision to postpone it. With everything going on now, we went ahead and Doug made some calls, and we've got the American Legion on Route 4. So we have plenty of social distance. We got plenty of room. So,
Right.
there won't be a ticket hold on anything.
Now, if you put in tickets before, all that stuff was pretty much shredded back in late January after we decided we weren't going to do it till later. So you need to refill out the form just as if you never filled out a form before, and get those in and quickly, because we need to get a count to them. And this is already March, so we're only 3 weeks away. So it's going to be, there's going to be a cutoff here coming up soon. So make sure you get the, it's on our website, sanduskyspeedway.com. I think it's the second thing on there for the banquet form. Just click on it and fill it out, send it in, and Kevin will run those probably once or twice a week.
Employees.
Go
on there, fill out the form, and write employee on it. Each employee will get a free ticket, one free ticket for the banquet.
Compliments of you.
Compliments of Kevin J. Cox.
Of Kevin J. Cox. All right.
Yes.
There you go. So, yeah, you guys put in a tough season, and that's awesome. So, do I still have to pay?
I mean, you got to pay double.
So, okay.
And we get 2 hot dogs with this one, though.
Right.
But, American Legion's got great food, guys, and it's a great facility. It's easy to get to. Like I say, you get off Route 2 like you're going to the track, go past the first stoplight, Straub Road. It's right there, maybe a quarter mile on the left-hand side.
Right.
So make sure you start getting your stuff in. Go online, fill the information out, get it in so we get a count. Like Doug said, we got 3 weeks. We had to wait this long to see what was going to happen. Things are opening up a little more. Stuff's, for some reasons, opening up. I mean, Texas went to 100% no mask mandate, along with Mississippi.
Right.
So no.
All right. Because of the banquet being moved to the 27th, that was a practice day, because one of our employees was confused, thought we moved the banquet to Sunday. We moved that practice session to that Sunday. And what's the hours you're going to be there, Chris?
12 to dark.
12 to dark on Sunday.
On Sunday.
So we moved that for you.
So the practice that was scheduled March 27th will be moved to March 28th on Sunday from 12 to dark. So if you guys come in, we got kind of a unwritten agreement that's been on for years. Don't be firing your motors up at 10:30, 11 and jamming on the motors. We've always had the unwritten rule for the churches around the area that, we wouldn't fire stuff up and get going till noon. So we'd appreciate that.
But we do.
Other than that, Doug,
thanks for joining us, guys. We still have some pit pads remaining. I got to update it, but not very many.
So if you still need a pit pad, there's some available. Get online, fill that out, get it in.
SanduskySpeedway.com, and there's a link there. Just click that link, fill out the form, and send it in. You don't have to do anything much more than that.
High Miler camping, same thing. That form's up on there. If you need a campsite for High Miler, it's looking pretty good this year.
I was just going to say, according to a lot of the reports, the summer should be close to normal
by midsummer.
By the end of the summer.
Yeah. Okay, it's October. You can all go swimming now.
Right.
The public pool's open till tomorrow. But things are looking like they're going in the right direction. I don't think we'll ever see the old normal. We'll always have some
Right.
kind of new normal, but it's going in the right direction as we can see. So, and what we're being told. So, April 10th and 11th coming up, guys. Start what stuff's back to normal. Yeah, I'm in my pajamas.
No, he's going to finish a race.
Oh yeah, well, that's not normal though.
Right.
Poor AJ. Anyways, April 10th and 11th coming up. Spring cavalcade. Guys, start getting ready for that. It's we're 5 weeks away.
Right.
So I mean, it's coming around the corner. This winter's been a pretty tough winter, but it's went by pretty quick. Just like last year, we were fighting to get open, and next thing you know, we're at high miler, Doug. And
Yeah, that's true.
But as we said before, no matter what's thrown at us this year, we got a plan for everything that could be possibly thrown at us. I mean, if things go like what they're planned, we're in great shape. If things take a turn, we're also in good shape. So
Right.
I just want to put that out there. We will be racing. So getting to the big news.
What big news? What do you got?
Which I think's big news. So for the last 3 years, you haven't seen outlawed super lates or late models at Sandusky Speedway. When
Correct.
K&B Promotions sold the main event series, they were under a contract, no compete clause, so to speak, that if we ran any late models, it had to be the main event series. Main event series doesn't exist no more that I know of. If somebody knows it does, let me know where they're racing, because they haven't raced, So as of 2020, that contract was over. We no longer have any clause that we got to follow. So the other day, Greg from Barberton, I guess it was a week or so ago, wasn't it? Maybe a week
It
and a
was
half.
last week.
Was it last week?
Yeah.
Okay. We talked about 3-4 weeks ago. He started up a series called the Ohio Gold Cup Series. The Outlaw Super Late Models that race Barberton and Midville and that. We talked again last week. We come to an agreement, a deal. The only date he had available is August 7th. And Ohio Gold Cup Series late models, Outlaw late models, will be at Sandusky Speedway on August 7th. So I want to thank Greg and them guys for, working with us. I think it's a pretty good deal. Late models ain't been there going on 4 years, Doug.
That's true.
And I kind of put a teaser up on my own Facebook page. If, we were running something off schedule that isn't on now, what would you like to see? And there's different stuff, but majority of it was outlaw late models.
Yeah.
So, as much as we would like to run outlaw late models, we didn't know where the main event series stood. It wasn't technically defunct or done, but they weren't running, so we couldn't unless it was the main event series. And that there was just no way we could take a chance of assuming that that series was completely over and run a race, and then we'd be pretty much in trouble under contractual agreements that were signed when the series was sold. So Greg called me up, like I said, I think it was a month or so ago. It was back around the beginning of February. We talked a little bit. Greg had some things he wanted to get in order. Called back, we'll come to an agreement. I think it took about 2 hours, didn't it, Doug?
Well, the way you talk, yeah.
Well, it was Bam Bam, and he sent me some more information. I called him back, talked to Kevin. I don't make them decisions. Kevin Jaycox has the final say, just so everybody knows. I mean,
Yeah.
everything has to be run by Kevin. He pays the bills, not me. But and then and I really thank Greg down there at Barberton for this deal coming in, helping get late models back to Sandusky Speedway for 21. I think it'll be a good deal.
August 7th,
Yes, August 7th is the
along
date.
with the Pure Stocks, Renegades, and Beginner Stocks.
Yes, and any Rampage stocks. If you guys, nobody's contacted me. I sure wish you guys, if you're building them, would get a hold of me. So, I mean, I've only been talking about it for a couple months.
Are you going to cut it off at some point? Or are we just going to drag this on through the season?
I don't know. I
Come
don't
on.
know yet.
Come on.
I'll tell you next week.
Next week. Yeah. And then I'm going
I
to
have something to talk about next week.
What?
I got to have something to talk about next week.
Okay.
But I actually, I'm kind of excited about the Outlaws coming back. I'm not a big Outlaw late model fan, don't get me wrong, but
I thought you went out and helped them out a few times.
yeah, it's only an hour away, Chris. Remember that?
Yeah. And where were you working at?
I was in the quarry when he called. Twice he did it, Kevin. Can you go to Dixie? That was on a Friday morning or something. Can you run to Dixie? Hey, can you run down to Midville? It's only an hour and a half away. What? I've been there, Kevin. But I'm excited about him coming back. I think Sandusky Speedway fans ought to be excited about him coming back. It's a deal that they're trying to put together with Ohio Late Models.
Now I know it's early to ask this question, but what's the car count like for the Ohio Gold Cup Series?
We could have 12, 14. We could have 18, 20. I don't know. There's a lot of cars out there. There's a lot of talk about this, and we're talking to the group at Cavalcade last year. We couldn't work it out. It was a week or two away. So there was Doug, we had 15, 16 committed then.
Yeah.
And then Greg come up with this deal. I would say on a very low count for that show, we'd probably be looking at 12, 14 cars. On a good count, 15 to 17, and on an upper end count, 20. But I guarantee it'll be a good show. A very good show. Putting car counts out there, I hate to do it. I've said that before.
Yeah, but I mean, they usually have a pretty good nucleus of cars.
Yeah. So I mean, I know if we were looking, and I talked to Greg, it'd be on Route 4 at the American Legion. Not if we were when I talked to Greg, and I know that we're going to be around on a low count, I'd say 13, 14 on a very low count. If I thought it was going to be lower than that, I'm not sure that this deal would have happened. I would have talked to Kevin about it more, but I'm not too sure it would have happened, but there's what I see and what Greg's talking about. I believe we'll be in good shape.
Okay.
So going to my race pass.
What's that?
I don't know. Johnny Newman's texting me. It won't let me get on. I don't know.
What's he went on for?
He wants to. I can't see what Tim Dolan said.
You need to attract the Michigan cars, but that takes a good purse.
Listen, I understand that, and I'm gonna catch some shit. Yeah, it takes a good purse. I'm sure we will have some Michigan drivers here. A couple other drivers that people aren't going to be. Kevin's already talked to a few people. Here's the thing, Tim. I get that, but when we're sitting where we're sitting, I don't give a shit what the government says. Things are going one direction. There's 2 strains of COVID that are still out there that are going the other direction, that they're kind of worried about. We're not willing yet. We're not, let me say, comfortable enough yet to take a big chance on a $20,000 purse.
Right.
Wyatt also when what do you say?
Well, first of all, Tim knows we're trying and appreciates that.
Oh yeah, but I'm just explaining. The thing of it is, the other second thing is we're an Ohio track, another Ohio track, Barberton Craig, and he's working with John from Midville. They're trying to form this and make a run at it. So we would much rather we'd much rather support another Ohio track. I mean, nothing against Michigan or Indiana or anything, but we want to. We're working close with Barberton and Midville and Shady Bowl, and we've talked and everything as a group, and we want to stay pretty loyal to our tracks here in Ohio and support what they're doing, and like I say, this works out right for what we got, in this time. I mean, by August 7th, we might be like Texas, where everything's open completely back up, no masks, this, that, or the other. We don't know. I doubt it with our governor, but it could happen.
All right. Answer this. What the hell is a Rampage stock?
Rampage stock. Grand Prix, Trepids, Tauruses, mid-size front-wheel drive cars. The rules are on SanduskySpeedway.com. If you go there, look up the rules, Rampage stock. So we said, Doug, a couple weeks ago, we said we're done booking shows. We got all our schedule up. We added another bigger show, what I consider a big show, with late models coming in. I'm pretty positive now we're done. That'll be it. Our schedule's set. Solid. It's something though that our management team at Sandusky Speedway felt that this would be a good fit in what we needed to do. And like I say, I want to thank Greg down at Barberton. He's putting a lot of work into this program for the Ohio Gold Cup late models. So, we really thank him. I mean, we've talked to him and, a couple of the tracks, Shady Bowl, Rick Young, and Midville, John Chapman. We've had a couple talks, conference call and group chat on a couple different things. So, it's all looking like it's going in the right direction, but these tracks too are kind of leery on a schedule without knowing, but everybody's going to move forward. So that's to answer your question, and about a 40-second answer that I drug into 5 minutes, Tim. But we want to support the Ohio group first and see where it goes. So, I mean, I think it's exciting that late models are coming back to Sandusky. We got the Ohio Gold Cup Series coming in. New things starting up. Got the Ohio Wheelman Series coming in with street stocks with Will Wiggins starting up. CRS trucks are going to be there. MSS is going to be there. High Miler, most of the ISMA guys and MSS will be there for High Miler weekend with the super modifieds. We got Spring Cavalcade. We got the Fall Cavalcade. With CRS trucks and all them there too. And of course, National Compact Series will be there. And, we're having Ohio, I can't remember what he called it, Ohio Invitational or the Ohio.
When I posted that.
Yeah.
Let me look and see what that was called.
So you guys don't get confused. Midwest Compact Series changed their name this year to National Compact Series. And we moved, we did a big show on High Miler weekend with them.
and 5th annual Ice Buster Nationals.
What's that?
That's Drew's.
That's not Ice Buster in July.
No, that's April 10th and 11th.
Yeah, and then you go down to July.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't read it?
No, I can't.
Okay. Anyways, it's a big 2-day event for the National Compact Series, big payout. It's
Circus of Destruction.
That's June 12th. I'm talking July 28th.
Okay, I can't hear it. COVID.
Oh my God, people. COVID. He's putting off his hearing on COVID now.
I don't have anything for that.
Well, I'll look it up. So here we are. I mean, now we're officially, I shouldn't say officially, but we're done adding to the schedule. How's that, Doug?
That's true. We are.
So, guys, we need you to start registering for my race pass.
Yeah, I was just going to say, here we go. We're going to start this. The registration for the first race, I'm going to post here probably tomorrow. So you'll be able to get registered for that race. And
Ohio Compact Nationals. Thank you, Doug.
For when?
High Miler weekend.
Oh, you were saying July 28th. We don't race that day.
Yeah, you're right. Smart ass.
You asked me. This is what COVID does to you.
Yeah.
You're going to have to hear that all year now. And next week, we're going to try to get Josh Hold on from My Race Pass so that he can talk a little bit about the benefits of being a part of the race pass and what it does. And there's just so much to it that I don't think I'm doing a good job explaining it. And maybe he'll be able to do a better job. And who knows? Maybe he'll give a deal to Sandusky Speedway drivers. What do you think?
That'd be nice. But, we need you to register in, guys. It makes life a lot easier on yourself,
On Chris.
on me, and on Doug. It really does. I mean, it does for yourselves, too. You go in right now, put in all your information. So when you go to, like, say, register for the spring cavalcade, you click. Click.
90% of your information's there. You verify some stuff and it's there.
And it's there. So, Amanda, could you please fill that out for Matt? He doesn't have internet. So, it's just a program that it's going to give you all your times. He'll come in next week and he'll tell you the pricing or different stuff that, the different categories you can go up and do. So other than that, I mean, not a whole lot to talk about tonight.
Well, we went through a lot.
So we went through the banquet, March 27th. Go online, SanduskySpeedway.com. On Route 4 at the American Legion in Sandusky. And the times, I believe, are they're on the page, right? They're on,
yes.
Okay, the times are all up on there.
Yes.
Then March 28th, the practice that was on March 27th will be moved to March 28th from noon to dark. What else did we go over?
Pit pads.
There's still some pit pads left. The registration's on SanduskySpeedway.com. High Miler camping. That form's up on SanduskySpeedway.com. If you need a campsite, there's a lot of campsites available. So, hold on, Mark. I'll get to that.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
I forgot about that. Yeah. That'll add another 15 minutes. Ohio Gold Cup Late Model Series will be coming to Sandusky Speedway August 7th. My race pass, guys, get registered for that. Go in and get your information in, please. It's so helpful. Transponders, we went over that a couple weeks back. Start looking for transponders. By the time you rent a transponder all year from us, and we're not replenishing them like we used to. We're getting kind of low, so it's best to have your own transponder. You put that number right into my race pass, and when you click and register in, we got it locked in up in Doug has it locked in up in the computer. If you go to another track that uses my race pass, it's easier for you. Just boom, click a few buttons, and you're into their system. So then we're gonna put a sponsor form up sometime within the next week or so, right, Doug?
We'll call it an announcer form.
Announcer form, is that what? Okay, we'll call it an announcer form. Guys, if you're planning on racing at Sandusky Speedway, even if it's a couple times weekly, all year, whatever, we're going to have that form up there. We need you to go in and fill that form out with your sponsors and submit it, because for Mark to go down in the pits, and we hear, we've heard some complaints that sponsors aren't getting named on the cars, and we get that, but it'd take Mark, because half of you guys, if hot laps are at 4, half of you guys show up at 20 till 4 and then start bitching, I only got one set of hot laps. But
right.
You come in, it's hard for Mark to go down there to every car and get that information. So we're trying to make it easier on him. Plus with, we're going to assume all the COVID restrictions are out right now. This is the easiest way to do it. Going into the spring, we know there'll still be some restrictions and mandates. So fill the form out, submit it, and we'll get it to Mark, and it'll be up in the tower with Mark. So,
yes.
See, I took quicker than y'all thought on that.
Huh?
I took quicker on it. Didn't take me 15 minutes. It took me 3 hours watching my time.
That's good. But we're gonna work on addressing sponsors better, especially during qualifying, when you got people there watching, and feature wins and heat races. We will get some sponsors named.
Yeah, but like I say, you guys gotta fill that form out and send it in. I mean, you got to submit that form. It's just like I say, we're moving forward right now is under the same guidelines and everything that have been in place with us, and that's how we're assuming we're going to start the 2021 season. It's we don't need Mark going around to every car. It's almost impossible. And to get up in the tower and do his job too.
So as soon as Mark gets me the information that he wants or needs off of you, I will put that online.
Was that a subtle hint?
Is that what?
That was a subtle hint, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mark, he gave you a subtle hint there.
Yeah. Remember I gave it to you in December too?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. So, I also left out, don't forget, we have the Josh Neff Memorial Race. I believe, what is that, Memorial Day weekend? August 14th. Okay, the next week after the late model deal.
Yep.
Then the Terry Cipher Modified Memorial, which will be run Saturday night at 5 Mile.
Correct.
So we got a good combination of stuff. We don't have a lot of big shows, but we got our fair share of them. What now? Wait, you sitting there laughing? You're trying to hold it back.
Reading comments and
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
I won't acknowledge that on our page, Johnny. Sorry. I already told him in person on the phone. But other than that, guys, if you got any questions, feel free to get a hold of us on Facebook Messenger. Most of you guys got my number. April 20. Here we go.
Come on.
AJ's going to start writing, Doug.
I am.
AJ says, I ain't doing this no more. I'm broke. I'm building a new car.
Well, did you want to talk about the
We are looking for sponsors
Renegade Rumble?
for the Renegade Rumble, for the show that we're going to have during the Renegade Rumble.
Yeah.
We're going to hook, like we talked about it before, we're going to hook two guys,
Rope.
2 arms. He's going to be handcuffed, and we're going to hook rope up to him, each arm. And we're going to have a car heading north and a car heading south on the track on the front stretch. With, I don't know how much rope, whatever it
Enough
comes.
that I think he's got 30 seconds.
Enough that, what happens if they hit it in 28? Oops, sorry. Sorry, folks.
He'll be Stretch Armstrong. You know what? We're going to get him on also talk about what he's actually going to do. So it's. I think it sounds better coming from him because he knows what's going to happen and how.
So, yeah, it's, and he. What he get? Doesn't he have a straight jacket on too?
Yeah, he's got something on. I think that we put something over him.
We say
he wants from the police so that nobody thinks that he's got, some sort of magic
handcuff. Yeah, the fake handcuffs. And then, man, them handcuffs kind of hurt too when they crank them down.
Yeah.
Not that I know people, but then we say go when he says go, and
there it is.
Yeah. Oop, there it is.
That's worth $1 admission.
Yeah, for $1. And actually, we got already 300 tickets paid for that night.
I believe those are in the notes somewhere back in January.
Yeah, so the first 300 people get in free. We ain't even 5-6 months away, but right. It's a pretty good deal. Something we threw in there for the Renegade Rumble. But we are looking for sponsors for that. Everything does cost money. So if you're interested in that, get a hold of me or Doug. Looking for sponsors for everything. If you feel like, we're selling banners, get a hold of us. We're selling banners for, the front stretch fence. We're selling everything. I'll sell you my shoes if you want to buy them.
Everything's a sale.
But the track's not for sale.
The track is not for sale, but we'll sell anything.
I got to rephrase that because Lord forbid if I said everything's for sale, oh my God.
They're selling out. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, they're selling out. I knew it. They were bullshitting when they come out and said they weren't selling. I can hear it now. But other than that, it's been a long winter. We're 4 weeks out. Actually, about 5 weeks out. Before we have our first race opening day, and here comes my wife, who now is a proud owner of a pool, so I could race everybody. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Let me tell you what, I don't want to hear another race car driver tell me, bitch, you know how much I got in my car? Well, I'll tell you how much I got in my backyard because I can be here. Yeah. Right. I guarantee you it's what that car costs. Trust me. As a matter of fact, you might have to give me some money by the time it's over. But anyways, other than that, guys, get them cars ready. I don't, there's no reason why we shouldn't be ready. Last year was a different story. It was right about this time when, we started reporting it and got chastised for it. And a couple weeks later, the state was shut down and we were in limbo. Things are looking better. I don't foresee anything happening. I think things are going in the right direction, but you never know. I didn't think I'd see some of the things going on in the United States right now that have, and here we are, but that's for another show. But remember, people, we got veterans in this country. We got homeless people in this country, but we got veterans in this country that are homeless. In my opinion, our government's turned their back on a lot of them. They brought them back from serving our country over in the Middle East right now. They've seen some atrocities, and we've kind of turned our back and just said, "Yep, there you are, go on." And we got homeless veterans out there that from Vietnam even and stuff that you see one of these guys, you see one of these guys, and you think they're a veteran and that help them out a little,
Right.
Yeah, pack cigarettes cost $6-7. You going in and buy a couple pack cigarettes. If you can do that, you got $5-10 to give that guy for at least a hot meal or something hot to eat that day. You wouldn't be riding around doing what you're doing, and in a free country if it wasn't for some of these guys that fought for that freedom and come back messed up a little bit from what they saw. So remember that. You see one of these guys, stop, say thank you. You see a guy in uniform that's serving our country, say thank you. It doesn't take much to stop and say thank you. I mean, it means a lot to these people. They're putting their asses on the line so we can do stuff like racing, and come on this show and live in a free country. It's still a free country.
Say whatever we want to some extent.
Yeah, to some extent. Just don't mess with Mr. Potato no more. Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head got his rights back too.
He got his gender back.
Yeah, we got two Mr. Potato Head genders now. Mr. Potato Head and Miss Potato Head.
Don't worry, everybody. Your potatoes are now gendered.
Your potatoes are back to being gendered, people. So, other than that, I won't go to anything else more. I'd like to start yapping about.
If you want to hear more about all that, you can join us Sunday.
Yeah, and the C&D No Bull show, but it's getting pretty interesting. I wonder how long they'll keep us on before we get booted. You're out. But other than that, people, I really appreciate your time. Racing season is going to be here before you know it. Banquet, you guys get your tickets into the banquet. We got 3 weeks. We're going to be honoring our 2020. I gotta say it. I've been wanting to say it the whole show. Can you put Dan Smith's picture back up, because he got all riled up last time I picked on him.
I don't have the picture. I just have the video.
Can you play the video one more time? Yeah, play the video one more. Oh my God!
That's a happy champ.
Dan's in there, the hands in his pocket, pretty much. Look, come on, man, get the picture over. Let's go. I want it, so I want it.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Dan, I had to. All right, people. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. We'll start going on every week from here on out. Appreciate everybody. Be safe. God bless America.
See ya.